Hello friends, welcome to State Engineering Service examination section of Winds of Change. We will cover so many questions from the civil engineering topic here from expert IES. You may contact us at windsofchange2020@gmail.com, and for the study material you can download from the link given in the description box. You can subscribe to this channel to stay updated for more videos. You may like these videos if you feel useful for you and comment for any feedback. Welcome to 200 questions of wastewater engineering and air pollution. We have already uploaded the video of environmental engineering 150 questions, which were consisting of all the topics of water supply as well as wastewater engineering and pollution also. And we have uploaded video of 37 questions of water supply engineering, and now we are coming up with 200 questions of wastewater engineering and air pollution. In this video, we will cover question number 1 to 50. So let's begin with first question. The largest amount of pollutant in vehicular emission is CO2, SO2, H2O or O2. So the largest amount of pollutant in the vehicular emission, that is CO2. Carbon dioxide is the pollutant which is emitted in the highest amount. Next question. The moisture content of sludge is reduced from 90% to 80% in a sludge digestion tank. The percentage decrease in the volume of the sludge. So this is the moisture content. Initially it was 90% and finally it becomes 80%. There are two cases. So we have to find out percentage decrease in the volume of the sludge. Whether it will be 25%, 50%, 10% or 5%. Okay. So in the environmental engineering revision video, I have already explained this and we are again solving this by the same method. Answer will be B, that is 50%. How it will be obtained? In the first case, let us assume the total weight, that is the weight of the sludge, is 100 gram. So the solid weight will become 10 gram because 90% is the moisture content. So the remaining will be 10% will be the solid weight. Since the solid weight will remain same in the second case also, so in the second case solid weight will be 10 gram only. And in the second case we can see here that 80% is the moisture content. That means 20% is the solid content. So 20%, that means 0.2 times of weight of the sludge, which will be in the second case. 0.2 times of weight of the sludge equal to 10 gram. So W, that is the total weight of the sludge in the second case, will be 50 gram. So the percentage decrease is from 100 to 50 gram, that is 50%. Okay. So in this manner we will solve this type of question effectively in a very short time. Next question. At the junction of the sewers, top of smaller sewer is kept lower, top of larger sewer is kept lower, top of both the sewer are at the same level, or none of these. So at the junction of the sewers, the top of both the sewers are kept at the same level, okay, which is called crown matching. Now crown matching is done to avoid the backflow from the larger to the smaller diameter of the sewer. Okay. Next question. The most effective arrangement for diverting excess storm water into a natural drainage is leaping weir, overflow weir, siphon spillway, or none of these. So the answer here will be siphon spillway. This will be the most effective arrangement for diverting the excess storm water into a natural drainage. I have explained all these weirs, leaping weir, overflow weir as well as siphon spillway in the video of revision of water supply engineering. You can visit to our channel or you can see the description box. We have provided link for it also. Next question. Imhoff cone is used to determine settleable solid, suspended solid, dissolved solid, or none of these. So Imhoff cone is used to determine settleable solids. They are not meant for suspended or dissolved solid. Okay. Next question. The algae dies out starts in the zone of degradation, active decomposition, recovery, or cleaner water. Here we are talking about the algal death that will start in which zone. So it will start in the zone of the degradation. That is A option. Zone of degradation is the starting. First of all, there will be clearer water zone. Then the dissolved oxygen will decrease and that portion is called zone of degradation, where dissolved oxygen content reached from 100% to 40% level, okay, in which the algae will die. Now in the zone of active decomposition, this will reach from 40% to 0, in which fish will also die from the water. After the zone of decomposition, there will be zone of recovery in which again the algae will start blooming, algal photosynthesis will occur, and then there will be the clearer water zone in which 100% dissolved oxygen will achieved. Okay, so this curve is called dissolved oxygen sac curve, and physical indices are being given here. You can watch it by pausing this video. Next question, for detecting the nitrates in sewage, the color may be developed by adding potassium permanganate, sulfuric acid and naphthamine, phenol disulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide, or none of these. So to determine the nitrate in sewage, we will use phenol disulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide. Memorize it. For detection of nitrate, we use these two agents, phenol disulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide. Next question, for detecting nitrites in sewage, the matching color may be developed by adding potassium permanganate, sulfuric acid and naphthamine, phenol disulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide, or none of these. Same options as they were in the previous question, and the answer will be sulfuric acid and naphthamine. So for detecting nitrites, we will use sulfuric acid and naphthamine, and for detecting nitrate, we will use phenol disulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide. Okay. Next question, the average temperature of the sewage in India is 10 degree, 15 degree, 20 degree or 25 degree. It is very easy question, it is 20 degrees Celsius. Next question, fresh sewage is generally alkaline, acidic, highly decomposed or source of objectionable odor. So fresh sewage is generally alkaline in nature because it contains various chemicals that are obtained from the sludge which is coming from different sources like laundries or detergent or leathers in which we are having high amount of bases. Next question, sewage is pumped up from low lying areas, from flat areas, from basement, all of the above. So the answer will be all of the above. Sewage has to be pumped from low lying areas also, because in the low lying areas we have to pump out the sewage to the higher elevation. From the flat areas also, because there will be no proper gradient, so it cannot flow under the effect of gravity. That is why at the flat areas we have to pump it up. From the basement also we have to pump it up to take it to the ground level. Next question, the dimensions of a rectangular settling tank are length 24 meter, width 6 meter and depth 3 meter. If 2-hour detention period for the tanks is recommended, the rate of the flow of the sewage per hour is 204 cubic meter, 208 cubic meter, 212 cubic meter or 216 cubic meter per hour. So here we are being given the dimension, so we will find out the volume of the rectangular settling tank, and there is detention period is given, that is 2 hours. So we can easily determine the rate, that is volume, total volume upon detention time. So rate of flow will be 24 into 6 into 3, that is volume, upon detention time, that is 2. So the answer will be 216 cubic meter per hour. That is option D. Next question, ventilating shafts are provided to a sewer line at every 100 meter, 150 meter, 200 meter or 300 meter. So the ventilating shaft are provided at every 300 meter. Memorize it, it is also important question. Now what is the purpose of ventilating shaft? To take out the gases which can be inflammable, like methane gases, or there are some harmful gases which can develop into the sewer, that has to be taken out, as well as there should not be the condition that the vacuum may be developed inside the sewer. That has to be avoided. That is why the ventilation is provided in the shaft. Next question, the gradient of sewers depend upon velocity of flow, diameter of sewer, discharge or all of the above. So gradient of sewer depends upon all these components. Let's say in the formula of Manning we can see this is the gradient of sewer, so it will depend upon velocity, and if this is depend upon velocity, so velocity into area, obviously it will depend upon discharge also, and velocity, and diameter, it will depend on the diameter also, because we are having hydraulic mean radius, that is A upon P, depends upon the diameter only. Okay, so all of the above will be correct. Next question, the laying of the sewers is done with magnetic compass, theodolite, level or clinometer. So laying of the sewer can be easily done with the use of the levels. We do not require some extraordinary equipments. Okay, next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The boning rod is used for checking the levels of the sewer inward. Manhole covers are made circular for the convenience of the cleaning staff. A manhole is classified as shallow manhole if its depth is less than 0.9 meter, or all of the above? Answer will be all of the above. Okay, and this boning rod, the boning rod is used for checking the levels of the sewer inward. About the boning rod, I have already explained in the video of environmental engineering questions. You can see it in this at this channel only, in the 150 questions of environmental engineering. I have explained the process of laying of the sewer in a question in which this boning rod is explained. Second, manhole covers are made circular for the convenience of the cleaning staff. Okay, and manhole is classified as shallow manhole if its depth is less than 0.9 meter. The shallow manhole, the depth of shallow manhole ranges from 0.7 to 0.9 meter. So this statement is also correct, this statement also correct, and first statement is also correct. Boring rods are used to set up the horizontal lines or lines with a constant slope. In particular, they are used for setting out canal excavation work, but also for the road and dike construction, as well as checking the levels of the sewer inwards. Okay, next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The circular section of the sewers provide maximum hydraulic mean depth. This is a correct statement. Obviously, the circular sewer section provides the maximum value of the hydraulic mean depth. The circular sewer are provided for separate sewage system. This is also correct. Usually we provide circular sewer for separate sewage system, and for combined sewerage system we provide X-shaped sewer. The circular sewer work efficiently if sections run at least half full. This is also a correct statement. So all of the above statements are correct, and all these statements are very important to memorize in your mind. All the statements are important. Next question. The sewer which receives discharge from two or more main sewers is known as trunk sewer, outfall sewer, main sewer, or an intercepting sewer. So the sewer which receives discharge from two or more main sewers, so this is called the trunk sewer. Trunk sewer receives discharge from two or more main sewer. Okay, what is the sequence of the sewer? First of all, from the house sewer to the laterals to the submain to main, and main to trunk, and then trunk to outfall sewer. Okay, so this is the sequence of sewers, that the operation of the sewerage will be performed in this sequence only. Next question. The grit and silt of a grit chamber may not be used for. The grit and silt which is obtained from the grit chamber, they are full in content of silt. So rising low-lying areas by dumping, concreting both A and B, or neither A and B. So rising low areas by dumping, since it is a waste material only, the silt and the grits, so obviously it can be used for raising the low-lying areas by dumping. For concreting purpose, it cannot be used because the silt content is not required in concreting. It will decrease the strength of the concrete. So the option that will be correct here will be B. That is, it cannot be used for concreting purpose. Next question. When drainage to sewage ratio is 20, the peak dry weather flow is 20% of the design discharge, slightly less than 5% of the design discharge, slightly more than the 5% of the design discharge, or none of these. So drainage to sewage ratio is 20. What does it mean? Let's say drainage is 100 million liter per day, then the sewage is 100 by 20, that is 5 million liter per day. So that will be the sewage, and since there will be some factors in which there will be losses also, so the amount of the sewage received will be slightly less than this, that is less than 5%. Okay, so option B will be the correct answer. Dry weather flow is the total supply of the water into percentage of supply contributing to the sewage. Now, when the ratio of the drainage to sewage is high, 20, then the percentage of supply will be less. So dry weather flow will be less than the design discharge. Okay. Next question. The sewerage system consists of house sewer, lateral sewer, branch sewer, or all of these. So sewerage system consists of all of these, starting from the house sewer to lateral sewer to the branch sewer to submain sewer to main sewer to the trunk sewer, and trunk sewer to the outfall sewer, and then it will go to the treatment unit. So this is important. Next question. Dry water flow in a combined sewer is industrial sewage, domestic sewage, storm water, or inclusive of domestic and industrial sewage but excludes storm water. So obviously you must be familiar with it. Answer will be D only. That is inclusive of domestic and industrial sewage but excludes storm water. We are talking about dry water flow. Okay. Next question. The sewer running partially full and hurried with backfilled fails in compression due to. Sewer is running, first of all, sewer is running partially full and then it is hurried. It is being loaded with backfilled, suddenly loaded with backfilled, and that's why it fail in compression. Why it will fail? Because of weight of the pipe or weight of the backfill or superimposed traffic load or all of the above. All the factors will be effective here. Weight of the pipe will be effective, weight of the backfill will be effective, as well as superimposed traffic load. All these will provide the compression only onto the pipe. So all of the above will be the correct answer. Next question. The ratio of design discharge to the surface area of the sedimentation tank is called design discharge. Remember, design discharge to surface area of sedimentation tank. What it will be called? Surface loading, overflow rate, overflow velocity, or all of these. So answer will be all of these. This will be called as surface loading also, overflow rate also, and overflow velocity also. Same statement is given for all these three. That is design discharge per unit area. Next question. Chlorination of water is done for the removal of bacteria, suspended solids, sediments, or hardness. So obviously chlorination will be done for the purpose of removal of bacteria. Okay, it will remove the pathogenic bacteria from water because it acts as a disinfectant. Next question. Depletion of ozone layer in the outer atmosphere may cause lung cancer, skin cancer, bronchitis, or heart disease. So depletion of ozone layer in the outer atmosphere, what it will does, it will lead to the incoming of the ultraviolet radiation directly to the earth's surface, directly to our body. So it will cause skin cancer. Okay, it can cause skin cancer. Next question. For treating the sewage of large city, you will recommend a sedimentation tank and an activated sludge treatment plant, a plant consisting of Imhoff tank and low rate trickling filter, sedimentation tank with high rate trickling filter, or none of these. So for large city, we will not prefer trickling filter first of all. So we will prefer the first option, that is sedimentation tank and an activated sludge treatment plant. Okay, so answer A will be the correct answer. The sedimentation tank and an activated sludge treatment plant for treating the sewage of a large city. Next question. In sewers, the effect of scouring is more on top side, bottom side, horizontal side, or all side. So scouring can be effective where there will be silt, deposition of silt. So silt will be deposited under the action of gravity, so it will be more in the bottom side. Okay, so scouring will be the most at the bottom side. Next question. Density of the population over 40 hectares is 250 per hectare. If the water supply demand per day is 200 liters and sewage discharge is 80% of the water supply, the sewage flow for the design purpose in the sewers of separate system is. We should not design for storm sewage, for this one only, that is from the domestic sewage we will only design for it. Option is 0.0552 cubic, 0.0554 cubic, 0.0556 cubic, or 0.0556 cubic. So answer is 0.05556 cubic by, first of all we have to find out the discharge. The discharge is, first we will multiply density, that is 40 hectare in 250 per hectare. So 250 into 40 will be the total population. Now per day demand is 200 liters, so we will multiply it by 200, and then 80% of the water supply is converted into the sewage, so it will be multiplied by 0.8. Now it is per day, this is for per day, so it will be divided by 24, 60 and 60, 24 into 60 into 60, so it will be in liter per second, so we will divide it by 1000 also to obtain it in m cube per second. Okay, now it is being said that the sewage flow for the design purpose in sewer of separate system is, so we have to find it out for the design purpose. So we will multiply the design factor, that is 3 will be multiplied here in this discharge. The discharge obtained was from this was 0.0185 and we will multiply it by 3 to obtain 0.0556 cubic. So answer that will be correct here will be option C. Okay. Next question. As compared to fresh river water, sea water contains oxygen 10% less, 20% less, 10% more, or 20% more? So answer will be 20% less. The sea water contains oxygen 20% less as compared to fresh river water. Okay. Next question. The settling velocity of a spherical particle of diameter less than 0.1 mm as per Stokes' law is. We have to find out the formula for Stokes' law to determine the settling velocity, and if the diameter is less than 0.1 mm, then the formula will be, there are four options: Vs equal to 418 Gs minus GWD 3T plus 70 upon 100. The difference in all these formula is 418 and D or D square, 218 D square or D. So the answer here will be option A, that is 418 Gs minus GW, that is the specific gravity of the solid particle minus specific gravity of water, that is 1, into diameter of the particle 3T plus 70, where T is the temperature, 3T plus 70 upon 100. Okay. Next question. Sewer manholes are generally provided at the change of gradient, change of direction, junction of sewer, or all of these. So sewer manholes are provided at all of these locations. Option D will be correct. The change of gradient, at the change of gradient we will provide manhole, at the change of direction we will provide manhole, as well as at the junction of the sewer we will provide a manhole. Next question. Biochemical oxygen demand BOD for the first 20 days is generally referred to initial demand, first stage demand, carbonaceous demand, or all of these. So BOD for the first 20 days is called initial demand or first stage demand or carbonaceous demand. All are the correct answers, so answer will be D, that is all of these will be correct. Okay, and after the 20 days it will be nitrogenous demand. Okay, I have explained this carbonaceous and nitrogenous demand in the video of water supply engineering revision. You can visit to this video, you can watch this video at this channel only. I have provided the link in the description box also. Next question. pH value of the sludge during alkaline regression stage is more than 7, less than 7, less than 6, or more than 6. So pH value of sludge during alkaline regression process, it is more than 7, because it will be in the alkaline stage only. Okay, it will be in the base range, so it will be more than 7. Next question. The small sewers are cleaned by flushing, cane rodding, wooden pails, or none of these. Small sewers are mainly cleaned by flushing operation only. Option A will be the correct answer for small sewer. Next question. Design period of 40 to 50 years is adopted for branch sewer, main sewer, trunk sewer, or all of the above. Design period is adopted same for all of these. So all of the above will be correct answer. This is 40 to 50 years, which is provided for all types of sewer, either branch sewer or main sewer or trunk sewer. Next question. Setting out the alignment of the sewers may start from city, outfall, tail end, or from any point. Now if we go for the alignment of the sewer, we should do the operation from the first point from where it will start, the sewer will start, the water will start coming to the sewer, that is the tail end. Okay, so it will start from the tail end, that is option C will be correct. Now if we have to do the construction of the sewer, since in the construction we have to use the sewer as much it has been constructed, so we will start from outfall sewer first. In the construction stage we will go from outfall sewer to the tail end, and in the alignment of the sewer, that is before the construction, we will go from tail end to the outfall. Next question. The sewage discharge in a detritus tank of a treatment plant is 576 liter per second with flow velocity of 0.2 meter per second. The ratio of width to depth is 2. The depth is, this is the discharge, this is velocity, and we have to find out the depth, and length and width to depth ratio is also given, so we will find out area by this, and then we will find out this one. Area is given by 0.576, that is 576 liter per second, divided by 0.2, that is the velocity, so it will be 2.88 m cube. Now this is b into h, that is width into depth is 2.88, and since width is twice of depth, so depth will be depth square is 1.44, so depth will be 1.2 meter, that is 120 centimeter. C will be the correct answer. Next question. To maintain aerobic biological activity, the moisture content of the compost mass should be about. The moisture content of compost mass, we have to find it out. It should be about 55% for the purpose of aerobic biological activity. Okay, we have to memorize it. Next question, nitrogen cycle of sewage is. In the nitrogen cycle, we have to find out the sequence here in the 4 options. Liberation of ammonia, formation of nitrites, formation of nitrate, or liberation of nitrogen. Next, liberation of nitrogen first, then ammonia, then nitrite, and then nitrate. Nitrogen, then nitrate, then nitrite, then ammonia, or nitrate, then nitrite, then nitrate, then nitrates. So correct option here will be option A. That is, first of all there will be formation of ammonia. From ammonia the nitrites will be formed. From nitrites nitrates will be formed, and from the nitrates the nitrogen, the free nitrogen will. So this is the nitrogenous cycle. Next question, for design of sewer, percentage of sewage discharge is assumed 65 to 70%, 70 to 75%, 75 to 80%, or 85%. So percentage of sewage discharge, that is percentage of sewage to the percentage of the drainage water provided, this has to be taken as 75 to 80%. That is option C will be correct. Next question, the asbestos cement sewers are light in weight, not structurally strong to bear large compressive stress, susceptible to corrosion by sulfuric acid, or all of these. So the answer will be all of these. These are light in weight. Asbestos cement sewers are light in weight. These are not very strong to bear large compressive stresses. These are susceptible to corrosion also. Over time, asbestos cement undergoes gradual degradation in the form of corrosion, that is internal calcium leaching due to conveyed water. Why the corrosion occurs? Because of the internal calcium leaching due to conveyed water and or external leaching due to groundwater. Now such leaching leads to the reduction in effective cross section, which results in pipe softening and loss of mechanical strength. Okay, so because of this only, because of this corrosion only, there will be loss in compressive stress also, compressive strength also, and obviously these are light in weight. Next question, if dissolved oxygen concentration falls down to 0 in any natural drainage, it indicates the zone of degradation, active decomposition, recovery, or cleaner water. We have already seen the dissolved oxygen sag curve, so this will be the reason of active decomposition, that is option B is the correct, where the dissolved oxygen value reached to 0. Next question, which one of the following statement regarding septic tank is wrong? Regarding the septic tank, we have to find out which statement is wrong. A gap of 7.5 centimeter between the bottom of the covering slab and the top of the scum is provided. The outlet invert level is kept 5 to 7.5 centimeter below the inlet invert level. The minimum width of the septic tank is 90 centimeter. The depth of the tank is kept equal to width. So the incorrect statement is the last one, that is depth of the tank is equal to width. This is incorrect. All the above statement, all these 3 statements are correct. This is being given in the IS code 2470. You can refer it. You should watch it by your own. There are some design criteria which is also given here. Quantity of the sludge for septic tank design criteria is 30 liter per capita per year. This is the sludge storage. Depth should be taken as 1.2 to 1.8 meter. There is no criteria of width to depth. Length to breadth, there is a criteria 2 to 4 times. Minimum width should be 120 centimeter. Outlet to inlet level difference, this should be 5 to 7.5 or up to 15 centimeter, which we have already seen in this. The outlet invert level is kept 5 to 7.5 centimeter below the inlet invert level. Okay, and retention time is 24 hours and freeboard that has to be provided is 30 centimeter. Okay, moving on to next question. The sewage treatment in septic tank is due to anaerobic decomposition, aerobic decomposition, parasitic decomposition, or none of these. So in the septic tank, the treatment process will occur in absence of oxygen, so it will be anaerobic decomposition. Okay, Next question. The temperature affects the biological activity of bacteria in sewage, solubility of gases in sewage, viscosity of sewage, or all of the above. So temperature will affect all of the above. It will affect the biological activity of bacteria in sewage. It will reduce the amount of bacteria in it. The solubility of the gases will be increased in the sewage, as well as viscosity will decrease with increasing temperature. So all the statements are correct. Next question. The sewer which transport the sewage to the point of treatment is called house sewer, outfall sewer, branch sewer, or main sewer. So to the point of treatment means this has to be the last stage. This is called outfall sewer. Okay. I have already told you the sequence of it. This will be called outfall sewer before the sewage treatment plant. Next, dried sewage after treatment is used as dried sewage after the treatment, which will be coming out, that will be used as either fertilizer or building material, chemical for lowering BOD, or base material for paints. So what will be the correct answer here? Dried sewage will be used as fertilizer, as a in the form of humus. It is sold in the market in the form of humus, which will be used as a natural fertilizer into the field. Next question. Which one of the following gases is most significant as air pollutant? Carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen, or sulfur dioxide? So which is most significant as air pollutant? So the answer will be sulfur dioxide, which is the most significant as air pollutant. Okay, sulfur dioxide is most significant air pollutant in the form of gas in atmosphere. Next question. The quantity of the liquid waste which flows in sewers during the period of rainfall is known as sanitary sewage, industrial sewage, storm sewage, or none of these. It is very easy question. Which flows in the sewer during the period of rainfall. Due to rainfall, the water that will be in the sewer, that is called as storm sewage. Okay, so answer C will be the correct, that is storm sewage. Okay, so we are finishing up here with question number 50 of this 200 questions of wastewater engineering. We will come up with question 51 to 100 in the next video. Till that, you may visit to our videos of environmental engineering revision, that is water supply engineering revision, wastewater engineering revision, or air pollution revision. The link is being given in the description box. You may subscribe to this channel to stay updated also.